What's up, everybody? I just want to invite y'all along to watch me grow my giant pumpkin this year. Attempt to grow a giant pumpkin. I haven't grown in 2 years. I used to grow these at my mom's house in her old garden that she didn't use anymore, but the last time I tried it, the deer were just so bad they destroyed it. So I haven't grown a pumpkin in 2 years. So we're gonna try it here at my house in my backyard. Might be a slow process this first year. I've got a heavy clay soil to deal with. So if you can see it behind me, you can see right here I've got it composted in with the plant. But out here, right out there, you can see the heavy clay soil. So we're gonna see how it does. I've already got it amended and everything. So y'all come along and hope you enjoy the videos. What I've done is I've took and added 2 trailer loads of compost to this upper part of my pumpkin bed. It's 40 foot long but 30 foot wide. I've added 2 trailer loads, 6 by 10 trailer loads, composted down dirt and chips and everything. You still see some wood in it, but we're going to take the tiller and chop that all up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Ground's still a little bit wet. I'm going to do this upper part. I got some rain 3 days ago and it's still a little bit damp. I walked across it, you can see, but I got to till it up anyway because we're going to get rain for the next 5 days too. And I want to get my plant in the ground, so I'm going to till this upper part up. I might till the bottom of it up too. I'm definitely going to do this upper part to get it tilled up and get the plant in the ground. So I'll show you what it looks like after. It's not too wet. I'll do that down there and I'll show you a comparison after I've worked this compost into the soil. I threw some other stuff in there out of the garden just to add organic matter into it, some old sunflower stalks and some turnips. It'll all get chopped up and added into the soil. So I'll show you what it looks like when I get done tilling. It's still pretty wet, but I got it tilled up anyway. Let's see, we got 5 days of rain coming and I didn't want to wait another 2 weeks. This upper end was wetter than the bottom end because that compost had been on top and it just, kept the sun from getting down to the soil. You can see this down here is a little bit drier. It's not as clumped. There's a few spots that was a little bit low right here and over on the other end. Some of the stuff right here is not as bad. It's fine. It's up here, when you can tell the difference where the compost was between how dark it is and how light it is. I'm gonna put compost down here too. I'm just trying to get this done so I can get my plant in the ground. I'm gonna let the sun sit here and dry this out for a little bit and I might run it back over. So I'm gonna put some black kale right where my plant is. So I'll take a shovel out here. I'm gonna put it right in the center and put it maybe, a little ways in. That way I can have a little bit of vine grow back. Alright, so what I've done is I'm in the center of my plot here. I went 5 foot in from the back edge. It's just so wet I took and dug a pretty good size hole to get away from the mud. I've got 2 bags of black kale I'm going to dump in there and I'm going to plant the pumpkin in that. I'm going to add my azos and my mycorrhiza with it as well. It's just so wet I'm just going to start it off in this. I'm trying to get it in the ground before we get all this rain that's coming because I know I ain't going to be able to do nothing then. So I'll show you what it looks like when I get it planted. I got the plant in the ground. Probably needed to be in the ground last week. Need another bag of stuff. Dug the hole too big. Got this right here on it. Put Wild Wallace mycorrhiza and the azos around the roots. Get it off to a good start. I'll grab another bag of black kale in the morning when I get off work. Fill the rest of the hole in. Might grab 2 of them. You can see how wet this is. All that compost I laid on top of it just held the moisture in, and down there where there was no compost it kind of dried out. So that's okay. I can still run the tiller across there once it dries up so these roots get spread out too far. So anyway, hope y'all enjoy the video. This is the first day of it. Get some more compost in here, get it tilled up, get this old clay soil broke up real good. This is the first year growing in this plot, so we'll see what we get. We're not looking for a monster, just wanting to grow another one. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Hit that thumbs up. Hope earn your subscription. I've got done so far. I've got the ground tilled up pretty good. I've got everything amended into it, everything that I'm going to put into it. Might till this down here some more, depending upon the weed growth here. I've mulched this upper part. This is 2 loads of mulch. It's composted mulch is what it is. These are wood chips that are they're about 14 years old. They come from an old sawmill that's out of business. That's what I grow my garden into. It works pretty good. It's broke down. There's a few chips on top from the rain, but I'll dig down and show you what the bottom of it looks like. It's very black down in there. It's pretty good compost. I compost the top of my pumpkin patch to keep the weeds down. Gives that taproot that comes down out of the vine more as your vine grows and your secondaries. It grows through this right here pretty good before it goes down. I've got heavy clay soil, as you can see. Just gives it something else to start into before it gets down into the clay. Mainly I do it to keep the weeds down. There's a good seed bank in this right here. This is the first year I've grown here, so maybe this will help and I don't have to do as much weeding. Here's the plant. Starting to grow a little bit. Been there for about a week, maybe a week and a half. Maybe it'll take off pretty soon. We've had rain all week last week. Had rain all week this week. I got wet unloading this compost out here. So maybe it'll dry up next week and I'll get my other plant in the ground, because it's not as big as that one, but it's getting pretty big. It's still in a pot. I've got it, I'm gonna put it at right over there. It's not gonna be as big of a spot. So here's what plant this is. I do not know how to say that name. I've had this seed in the freezer for a while. I won it from, I think I was commenting on one of the videos on Worldwide Giant Growers YouTube channel, so how I won this. Anyway, I just wanted to grow it to get it out of the freezer, see how it does. So that's what I've done so far.